fall in love once again. Got my heart, girl, like a centipede. Just fucking girl, we ain't even fucking. But my heart just wanna let you got my heart now a little bit.
What's good, everybody? I'm Brandon. Today I'm doing a video from Neistat. This one right here is titled "What Black Lives Matter Protests Are Really About." Nobody requested this. I saw it on the trending page. I said I want to see what Neistat's talking about. First and foremost, shout out to my guy Casey. Y'all know Neistat is like one of the OGs of YouTube. He been doing his YouTube shit for years on years. The fact that he made this about Black Lives Matter, you have nothing but my respect. I hope he's putting so many people up on game, and I hope he's helping others realize what everything is about. I'm ready to watch this. I'm ready to see exactly what he's talking about. Of course, after this video, I'm gonna give my take on what he's saying. Casey, I pray to God, Casey, I hope you aren't asleep. I hope you aren't asleep, nigga. If you are asleep, I'm gonna start crying. I'm ready to hop on into it, man. Oh, by the way, I'm dropping a video later on today about the law of attraction. I want all of you guys to watch it. You have to watch it. You'll see. Just go watch it and you'll see. Anyway, I'm ready to hop on into this video. So let's go.
And I want to explain why I've been protesting and what it is that I'm protesting. Okay. You're asleep in your bed and you're home and it's after midnight, and all of a sudden you're asleep in that bed, your girlfriend's next to you. Her name was Breonna Taylor. She was 26 years old. The three men who shot her 8 times and killed her, they've faced no punishment. That's not just. That's not right. And if there are laws that say that that's okay, that are protecting these 3 men who killed her, then those laws are wrong. And whether it's a knee on your neck for 9 minutes until you asphyxiate and die, bro, because you used a counterfeit $20 bill, or you're strangled to death in a chokehold on a sidewalk because you were selling individual cigarettes, which you're not supposed to do. None of that's just. None of that is justice, and none of that's okay. And if you've got a conscience, you want that to change.
Of course.
And change is really hard. You vote, you speak up, you promote politicians or people who can affect change who have the same values as you. But sometimes you have to take to the streets. Sometimes you march. You force your voice to be heard. This right now, this is a moment. And this is a moment that will be discussed and talked about for the rest of our lives.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, that just...
Shout out to all the people that went out and protested. Y'all know I was out there protesting on, like, the second day people were protesting. I went out there and I protested for some hours until the cops came and they started shooting rubber bullets. That shit was crazy. But, yeah, I was out there protesting as well. Shout out to the people that protested.
...is muddled. And it's muddled by the looters and criminals who are using peaceful discourse, peaceful protesting as an excuse for criminality. It's muddled by police that are tear gassing demonstrators for a photo shoot in front of a boarded up church. And it's muddled by these sensational instances that make for compelling television. But if you look just beyond the shit you're seeing on the news every night, you look just beyond that sensationalism, if you don't let yourself be distracted, you can see what's actually taking place right now. And you see people all over this country, in all 50 states, and all over the world, standing up against injustice, standing up for racial equality, standing up for black people who have contributed to the growth and success of this country just as much as anyone else, but have never been able to enjoy the same freedoms as everyone else.
Facts, bro.
Racism in America is real.
Thank you for even saying that, bro.
If you don't believe me, scroll down. Look at the comments on this video.
He already knew he was about to
When
get.
you don't think something is real.
He already knew he was about to
something
get
is
crazy
a problem
comments.
because that something doesn't affect you personally. That's called that's privilege.
Yeah.
Now I'm not scared of a cop. Not scared of police. I've never been scared when a police officer pulls me over in my car. I've never feared for my life. I'm not concerned that I might not get a bank loan, or at least an apartment, or get the full attention of a doctor in a hospital because of the color of my skin. These things just don't occur to me, and that
is privilege.
That is privilege.
Yeah.
That's privilege. Knowing what to do with that privilege is really hard.
The fact that you're speaking about it, you're doing what you're supposed to do with your privilege. You're putting everybody else up on notice. The ones that, man, listen, I'm going to say this. There's some people out there who are very ignorant to it, and they're like, what? No, cops aren't like that. It's like, because it never happened to you, it happens. I am a black man with tattoos. I even got tats on my neck. I drive a Camaro that has tinted windows. I don't even need to speak about it. I get profiled all the time. And y'all know me. I ain't about that life. You feel me? I'll be the first one to admit it. I ain't about that life. But I get profiled all the time because I'm a black man with tattoos who has muscles. You know what I'm saying? So.
But you can use that privilege to hold other people accountable when you see racism taking place. That's where it matters. Behind closed doors, when no one is looking, that's where progress can begin. And vote. Voting's not sexy. Talking about voting's not sexy. It takes time, slow, but voting works. Ella Jones just became the first black mayor, the first woman to be mayor of Ferguson, Missouri. And on that same day that she was elected mayor,
I saw that.
Representative Steve King from Iowa, vocal racist, was voted out of office after 17 years. That's progress. Vote.
Yeah, that's good. He was a vocal racist, though? This nigga was racist. Like, everybody knew that shit?
This right now, this is our time. And I'll end this whole monologue by saying, everyone loves to quote Dr. Martin Luther King. They love to put his face on Instagram, love to put his words on Twitter, but ask yourself this. When it was his time, would you have marched alongside him? Because he wasn't loved then. He wasn't celebrated. He was vilified.
Yeah.
And the same kind of vitriol that's being used against the critics of this movement, that vitriol is used against him.
Yeah.
He's dangerous. He's inciting violence. He's not protesting the right way.
People don't realize that. People don't realize that.
When he and other nonviolent activists marched from Selma to Montgomery because they wanted the same voting rights as non-blacks, they were met with violence and hatred. Would you have shown up? So that was 50 years ago.
Isn't that insane?
And that was their moment, and this is ours.
If you think about it, that was only 50 years ago that people that are the same skin tone as me, we couldn't even vote. We couldn't even drink out of the same water fountains as y'all. Isn't that insane to think about? 50 years ago, my guy.
And you have to honestly look in the mirror, and knowing that this will be remembered, ask yourself, how do you want to remember your role in this? And with that, I say, let's go. Let's put on our fucking boots
and
because
make
it's
a
time to
fucking
march.
change. First and foremost, shout out to my guy Casey Neistat for making this video. Beautiful video, beautifully said and well done. I'm glad you made this video, and to tell people, hey, this is your privilege. Whoop, 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 whoop. What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna be there to try to make a change? Or are you just gonna sit by and let that shit and just sit by and watch that shit? Shout out to my guy Casey Neistat. Great video. Everything he said in this video is true, man. It's true. A lot of people don't know about their privilege. Listen, there's privilege out there. There's white privilege out there, man. I'm gonna be real. You guys don't have to deal with certain things that we have to deal with. I hope that one day the whole world can wake up, and I hope that everything can change. Me, like I told you guys before, I'm not a sociology expert. I'm not a social expert, so I don't know exactly what needs to be done in order for the system to be changed so that systematic racism will be changed and also blatant racism. Because I'll be honest to you, a lot of people are only aware of the blatant racism. But like he spoke about in there, being a black man, when I was younger and I used to have to go for jobs, if I saw white dudes that were going for the same job as me, I used to be like, fuck. See what I'm saying? If I had an interviewer who was white, I'll be like, okay, please let them not be racist. You know what I'm saying? Then I would also have to put on my white voice in order for them to be like, oh, okay, he's not ghetto or hood in order to get that job. My black people, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. If you express your blackness too much, people feel threatened by you. That right there is another form of privilege. We have to not express our culture too much because it has been vilified. You know what I'm saying? If I'm out on the streets and I'm loud and I'm having a good time, people will look at me and be like, oh, look at that, he ghetto, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody else of a different race were doing that, they'll just say, oh, he's having a good time. It's privilege, bro. But anyway, great video from Casey Neistat. I'm so glad you made this video, man. Especially with your platform, especially with your following. I'm so glad, bro. You my nigga for life. See y'all next time. Peace.